Colossians 4 and 6. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. By Hashem Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the icons that's pushing the truth and sincerity. And Lord willing, this video be edifying to the own hopeful elect, man. All right, and to the listeners out there, man. All right, so I started that off basically letting you speech, man. All right, being temperance in your own tone, man. Okay, all right, giving respect and reverence to the things we're saying, man. Okay, to what we're saying and by what we're doing. But it's a shout out to the, basically to that note where there's no law, there's no sin. Okay, and where there's no law, they got them Israelites that say, man, where no law, there's no sin ass niggas, man. All right, not measuring that can lead you to destruction, man. All right, saying that it's giving you room for error, man. All right, this Ecclesiastes 10 and 12. The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious. All right, he giving place to his words, man. Okay, it says, but the lips of a fool will swallow him up. All right, the same man that say, all right, where there's no law, there's no sin. He a free-spirited man. Okay, and a free-spirited person will meddle in a lot of things, man. All right, causing him to transgress. Okay, and it's our glory as men of the Lord to pass over transgressions. Not to say where there's no law, there's no sin. Okay, because sin is not far from that where there's no law thing, man. Okay, and you got to know how to abide therein. But this Sirach 33 and 4, it says, I'm going to start at 3. A man of understanding trusted in the law. All right. So when you trust in the law, you live by the law. Psalms 119 and 142 say the law is thy righteousness. All right. So when you're saying you should look at everything as if it's centered around the law, man. All right. The law should be your center of gravity, man. Okay. It says, and the law is faithful unto him as an oracle, man. Okay. As a word, the law is faithful unto him as a word. So that shouldn't, as men of the Lord, as we walking in this righteousness and we walking in uprightly, we shouldn't be in that spirit of that where there's no law, there's no sin, man. All right, because it's giving you avenues to travel down for sin to creep in, man. All right, you should be measuring everything diligently. All right, understanding that damn that everything you don't do is against the law. Okay? Everything that's not in the law is against the law. So, and you don't want to be over righteous much, and destroy yourself. We know that, okay? But your heart, it can have you change your heart, man. All right? It can have, that alters a man thinking capacity, saying there's no law, there's no sin. You start looking at things you can meddle in, all right? Or go around like there's no law, there's no law there, so I can engage in it, which can cause you to sin or err off. So like I said, you gotta adhere to what you're saying, man, and watch your words that's coming from your mouth, man. All right. This Salaki 14:2. Okay. This Sirach 14:2. It says, blessed is he whose conscience had not condemned him, because our conscience as a man thinketh it, so is he. All right. So if you walk around where there's no law, there's no sin, you're going to be walking a thin rope. You're going to be walking a thin rope on violating the law's commandments versus, all right, going about to establish your own righteousness, man. All right. That's a man that's trying to establish his own righteousness and not going according to the righteousness of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. All right? He's trying to basically justify the things he's doing because it's not mentioned in the law. But the depth of the law is real deep. So it may be something in there that actually goes against, that's against what you're doing. You probably just haven't studied it already. That's why you should be admonished upon all the things that you are putting your hand to do, man. It says, and who is not falling from his hope in the Lord, right? Because we hope in the Lord, so we hope in the words. We keep the sayings of the book, okay? That way we don't go out of our own way, right? We don't go into our own direction, man. You know, and try to establish a direction that way or angle from that way, man. Okay? This Psalms 37 and 30. It says, the mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. And the reason why I brought that out, because men of the law shouldn't be walking around, man, where there's no law, there's no sin, man. All right? You should be talking of judgment, man. Meaning, look, if you break the law, this is the consequences, man. All right? You shouldn't be looking at a way to get around things, man, or to maneuver around things. It says the law of God is in his heart. You see that? The law is what establishes you, okay? Which establishes your goings, man. Okay? The scriptures tell you in Proverbs, I think it's 24 and 20, or either 20 and 24, that the Lord pondereth the heart. I mean, the man, matter of fact, I don't want to butcher that, okay? I just don't want to butcher it. Yeah, Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord, of Yahweh. And how can a man then understand his own way? All right? You got to understand that, man. Okay? Back in Psalms 30 and 31. The law of God is in his heart. The law of God is in his heart. Let me get that in Psalms 119 and 142 real quick. This Psalms 119 and 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. All right? So when you speak of no law, no sin, right? You speaking of what's the opposite of truth. All right? It's basically like you're lying to yourself. Okay? You lying to yourself with a justification that, all right, well, the Lord haven't put it in the book, so I'm good to do it. Okay? But like I say, you got to search the scriptures daily, man, to see if it be so that you can engage into it, man. Okay? This Proverbs, finish over that, yeah. This Proverbs 15 and 23. And it reads, a man had joy by the answer of his mouth. All right? You bringing darkness upon you, man. Okay? Speaking where there's no law, there's no sin. You entering into enemy territory now, man. Okay? Thinking that you got the light of righteousness on you, man. Because it's not in the book. All right? It says, but a man of understanding walketh uprightly, man. Okay? He look well to his goings. He understand that, all right, I got to walk in the way and the truth and the light, which is Yahweh Shah, which is the whole Bible. He come in a volume of the book. It is written of him. That's why he said, I am the way, the truth, and the light. When you say, well, there's no law, there's no sin, all right, I could go over there and do that. Is that really wise? Okay? Is that really wise? Have you taken deep counsel upon that? All right? To make sure that you're not putting yourself in a way that you should fall or you can fall or bringing a snare upon you, man. All things are lawful, but everything is not expedient. It says the way of life is above to the wise, that he may depart from hell beneath. Because where no law, no sin is, if you stick within the law, that's heaven, man. Okay? But when you get outside of the law and start to mingling with basically worldly devices, you're not departing from hell beneath. You basically intertwining with it, man. Okay? You putting yourself in a position to get burned, man. So you got to be wise about that, okay? This Proverbs 14:14. It says, the backslider in heart shall be filled with his own ways. You see? So you backsliding, filling yourself with your own ways, man. Okay? In heart, the backslider in heart shall be filled with his own ways, man. Okay? Meaning what, man? You gonna basically get out what you think you putting into it, man. And a good man shall be satisfied from himself, right? So I'm satisfied from myself because I'm walking within the light, okay? I'm walking within the armor of the Lord, which all men of the Lord should be automatically on this, man. This shouldn't have to be something that should be taught to you, man, okay? It says, the simple believe it every word. He started to believe that, man. And when you start to believe something, you start to practice it. It starts to get habitual. It starts to become a habit, all right? You'll start saying, man, ain't no law, no sin, man. You'll be out in clubs, you know. You'll be doing this, going over there, because you like, oh, man, I ain't breaking no law, man, all right? But you putting yourself in a bad disposition, man, okay? It says, but the prudent man looking well to his going, man, okay? He counted his steps, man. A prudent man pray to the Lord to order his steps, man. All right? Meaning what? To control his mind, man. All right? To control his mind. To control his goings, man. All right? This Proverbs 18:7. It says, a fool's mouth is his destruction. No law, no sin, right? Your energy off, man. That's bad energy, man. Okay? And it says, and his lips are the snare of his soul, man. The same thing we think good for us, bro, is probably bad, man. And the shit we may think bad for us is probably good, man. Because this is an upside down society, man. Proverbs 24:9. It says, the thought of foolishness is sin. So the thought to just be like, all right, you know, let me see if there's a law in there to do that. If you got to go do that, all right, you pressing on sin, man. Sin is not far from that situation, okay? And the scorner is an abomination to men, man. Okay? The thought of foolishness is sin, man. This Sirach 20. I know it got a little, lengthy, man, but Lord willing it be edifying. I'm trying to drive this point home. This Sirach 20 and 20 and 19. It says, an unseasonable tale will always be in the mouth of the unwise, man. All right. So that's out of season to scream no law, no sin, because the law is always in season, man. All right. And there's a season and time for everything, man. Okay. It will always be in the mouth of the unwise because you're not using discretion, man. You're not using prudence. It says a wise sentence shall be rejected when it come out of a fool's mouth, man. I'm not running around with that no law, no sin shit, man. All right? You got to be sharp, man. You got to be sharp, man. It says, for he will not speak it in due season, man. All right? And this is the season to practice the law, to the best of our ability. And we understand that, man. But we shouldn't be exercising in our thoughts, well, all right, I could kind of do that, man. It ain't, it ain't really off, and the Ford ain't speaking about it, man. You got to be well. Be well. it says, there is that is hindered from sinning through want, right? See, you want to deal with that, right? And it can hinder you from sinning, but it can also pull you to the sin too, man. And when he taketh rest, he shall not be troubled. All right, living in the law. When you say there's no sin, then that can trouble you, man. It can become troublesome. This Sirach 32. and 20. It says, go not in a way wherein thou mayest fall, and stumble not among the stones. Don't go in where you may fall. All right? The scriptures tell you. Let's see. Let me find it real quick. Lord willing. Be careful that you don't fall into the same, man. Let me find it. Let me see if I can find it. Can't find it, but it says, go not in a way wherein thou mayest fall, because that's a trap. It's a stumbling block, man. It says, and be not confident in a plain way. All right. That word plain there is be not confident in a reckless way. All right. Be not confident in a reckless way, because most men are confident when they say, oh, there's no law, no sin, but it's reckless. All right. It can be reckless. It can be detrimental to your own soul, man. Okay. This Galatians. Lock it. It's Galatians 5:13. It says, for brethren, ye have been called unto liberty. All right. Though yet we have freedom. All right. We got to monitorize our freedom, man. Okay. We got to monitor that. That's why we examine ourselves daily, man. Whether we be of the faith. Okay. You're not examining yourself saying, well, there's no law, no sin. It says, only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, man. Okay. To gratify the fleshful deeds, man. The fleshful man. All right. You trying to feed your fleshful man by saying, well, there's no law, there's no sin. But by love, serve one another, man. Okay. Like you said, man, it's just about being careful, man. Knowing and understanding how you're supposed to move and navigate, man. That's it. This Ecclesiastes 7:16. It says, be not over righteous much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself, man? All right. Don't be righteous over much, man. You know, which I had bought that out, but you know, I just went got it for edification's sake, man. Okay. This 2 Timothy, and I'm going to close out right here, 3 and 5. It says, having a form of godliness. Because saying, well, there's no law, no sin. You got a form of godliness, man. Lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God. All right. So when you want to deal and mingle in and with where there's no sin, or you thinking, all right, I could go outside this book and still be good, right? You're going to become a lover of pleasure more than a lover of God, man. You know. But like I said, man, I hope that hit home. And brothers was truly edified, man, through the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All right? We're going to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, that pushing the truth and sincerity. And Lord willing, you brothers keep pushing, man, to the end. Next time I want to say shalom.